on the vlog again. Just can't wait to do a vlog again. The life I love is making vlogs for my friends, and I can't wait to do a vlog again. Doing a vlog again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. And I can't wait to do a vlog again. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Top Vloggers. As always, I am your host, I am Mighty Joe, hanging out with my co-host, Aaron, that's right. And today we are going to be celebrating right here on the water at the Water Street District. We are here and we are going to be celebrating Veterans Day. That's right. We are here for a Veterans Day memorial celebration ceremony. It should be a fun and exciting time. Aaron and I are in our most patriotic gear, that is for sure, wearing the appropriate t-shirts. It should be, like I said, it should be a fun and exciting time. We are here to say thank you to all of the veterans who have served in all of the military branches across the United States. We are here to salute you. And so that is what we are here to do today. Are you ready, Aaron? Mm-hmm. All right. I'm asking you to follow us. Will you? It is nice to see the American flag waving high and proud as we get ready to start this event.
I'm so pleased to welcome you to the City of Henderson's 2021 Veterans Day ceremony. And I'm so happy also to show off our incredible remodeled amphitheater. The seats are much more comfortable than they have been in the past. And this is part of the renovation of the downtown Water Street area, so please enjoy. This is truly, this event has truly become an important part of our community and community events. And this year it's extra special for us to be gathered together as we hold this ceremony in person. Where in the past we've always had to do it, or in the last 2 years we've had to do it virtually due to the pandemic. So we're thrilled to be able to have all of you here with us today. The Veterans Day ceremony is one of our proudest traditions in Henderson, and we're grateful that you've joined us today to honor the courageous men and women who have served our great country. We'll begin the ceremony with an invocation by Councilman Dan Stewart. Councilman?
Our Father in heaven, we joy in the opportunity we have of gathering together this day and honoring the men and women that have served us so valiantly over the years, both foreign and domestic. We thank Thee for this great country in which we live, this great state, and most importantly, this great city that Thou hast blessed us to be able to live in and be part of. We ask a blessing upon those veterans that are here this day and their families, that they might feel of the honor that we recognize them with, and that they might know how much we appreciate their service and all that they have done for our country. We ask a blessing upon these proceedings, that all might go well, and that there really very much be a true honor to those that have served. We ask a blessing upon all that work and serve in the city of Henderson, that they will be uplifted and inspired. We thank Thee so very much for the many blessings that Thou hast bestowed upon us, in particular our citizenship here in this great country. Again, we thank Thee, Father, for the veterans, the men and women that serve us in such a wonderful way, and we thank Thee also for the first responders and those in this community that protect us on a daily basis. Bless and protect them as they serve us. Again, we thank thee for all that thou hast given us. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Councilman, for that moving tribute to those who have selflessly defended our country. We're very grateful. At this time, I'd like to have the presentation of colors by the Basic High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Color Guard and the national anthem sung by Brooke Doherty from Coronado High School. And that will be followed by the that will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Dr. Deborah A. Baer, who's a retired U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel.
Ready, cut, forward, march. March, time, march, left, turn, march, color guard, halt, present, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars blew the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Colors. Ready, cut, left, turn, march. Forward, march.
Valued our veterans, and we continually seek opportunities to honor them and to show our appreciation. We created the Veterans Memorial Wall in the plaza behind us, which stands as a permanent reminder of the sacrifices that this community has made to protect our nation's freedom. Henderson was the first Purple Heart city in Nevada, and we created the Purple Heart Plaza in downtown Henderson, where we celebrate Purple Heart Day each year and host many ceremonies at that location. We're also the first city in Nevada to have a Gold Star Memorial where we honor the loss of loved ones who made the ultimate sacrifice while serving our nation. The city is proud to employ many veterans as well. We're also pleased to support the Heroes to Teachers program, a public-private partnership focused on helping veterans and their spouses continue to serve by applying their skills and experiences in the nation's public education system. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Georgianne Rice for her leadership at the national level on this important initiative in bringing vets to our local classrooms. Georgianne. Henderson Veterans Organization Forum is being created to better understand the needs of our veterans and to explore how we may be able to assist in helping to ensure that those needs are met in our community. I'd like to thank Michael Dak Duke, a Marine veteran, for his leadership in helping us to make this connection to many organizations that serve veterans in our community and for this forum. You also are hometown hero military recognition banners around town. We have them here on Water Street and on Green Valley Parkway. And it celebrates members of our community who are serving in active duty. I know for so many here, veterans aren't just heroes, they are also family members. My mother and my father both served during World War II for the duration. Following in their courageous footsteps, my son served as an Army Ranger through 2 deployments in Iraq and 2 deployments in Afghanistan and was awarded a Silver Star his last tour.
Cool.
I understand personally the deep connection that families have to their service and to sacrifice. And for many, that service can extend well beyond active duty into long-term commitment into the reserves. And we're grateful this morning to have a keynote speaker, as our keynote speaker, a man who embodies that spirit of lifelong service, Colonel Jerry Brown. As the legislative liaison for the United States Army Reserve 63rd Readiness Division, he is responsible for providing congressional and legislative support to the Army Reserve commanders, units, state and federal congressional districts, and offices in Nevada, California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Colonel Brown is one of almost 200,000 soldiers who serve in America's Army Reserve, serving on active duty when needed, while often maintaining a civilian occupation and working closely with their communities. Colonel Brown earned a Reserve Army Commission through the Emporia State University Army ROTC program.
Whoa!
He has over 35 years of service, including deployments to Iraq in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. He also served in the United States Navy, where he was stationed on the USS Forrestal and the USS George Washington in support of Desert Storm. Among his many awards and decorations are the Defense Meritorious Service Medal, the Meritorious Service Medal, the Army Commendation Medal with 4 oak leaf clusters, and the Army Achievement Medal with 3 oak leaf clusters. So please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Colonel Jerry Brown.
That's okay. So, welcome everybody. I'm going to kind of go off script because I do that often. I just want to say, this is incredible. This is incredible. Thank you for being here. I have not seen anything, an amphitheater like this that support the men and women, veterans of our time. So I want to say thank you for the city of Henderson. Thank you, Mayor, for, this is just beautiful. That's great. And where's our singer at? Where? Okay. Great job. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank God I didn't have to follow that. So, Mayor Deborah Marsh, thank you for inviting me to Henderson, Nevada. to celebrate the Veterans Day. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate Veterans Day. It is my honor, truly my honor, veterans, to be here to speak on Veterans Day, to recall the importance of this day, to remember those who have responded to our national call of duty during the time of war. Today is the day we celebrate our living veterans in contrast to Memorial Day. It is another day of deep reflection and solemnity in which we use to remember, reflect, and acknowledge those who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Both are important, but this day, we can look at every veteran and their family, every veteran and their family. Here, and personally thank you for your service. Thank them for their courage, selfless service, honor, faithfulness, and in response to the call of duty by serving our country, and a day to also thank family members for the support of the veterans. It is also important to thank the oldest generation of veterans. They are many in our country, history known as the greatest generation. The generation which was born into the Great Depression, fought against German Nazism, Japanese totalitarianism, and came back and used the GI Bill to educate themselves, and who returned to civilian America and made our country an economic power. You did that, veterans. If you're a veteran of World War II, I either want you to raise your hand or stand up because you need an applause. World War II was marked out by patriotism and shared sacrifice by everyone in the country. And it was easy to recognize and thank our veterans because they were our brothers, they were our sisters, they were our neighbors, and they were our cousins. However, as a nation, we were not always faithful in remembering and acknowledging our veterans. For example, Korea War, which just took place 5 years after World War II. It was often called the unforgotten or the forgotten war. Similarly, many have said our country forgotten about its veterans during the Vietnam War. They not only divided our country, but by some divided the nation's reception of Vietnam veterans who returned to war. So at this time, if you're a Vietnam veteran, please stand. Cool. Thankfully, our country, fellow citizens, are appreciative and support our veterans. But this has not always been the case. I mention this only because I want all of us here today to remember the importance it is for our nation to continue to think and support and rally behind the veterans. The U.S. now has the largest population of young veterans since the Vietnam War. We owe it to those men and women to make sure that the transition from active duty into an active career with skills and experience to find meaningful employment. Regardless of the military branch in which veterans have served, and we know that's Army, 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 and Army. Seriousness. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, or the Coast Guard. This day belongs to you. This day belongs to you. You have earned it. Generation of patriots have delivered themselves to the defense of the country to make us stronger, more resilient as a nation. And we need that more now than ever. Soldiers live by the Army value of loyalty, duty, honor, respect, integrity, and personal courage. They do not hide or leave behind these values and skills when they transition into civilian life. They maintain a lifelong identification with the Army. We don't want veterans to see themselves as former soldiers, but as a soldier for life. Uniquely qualified to advocate and connect the public with the Army by telling the Army's story. The most crucial part is to be able to tell the Army's story. The Army Soldier of Life program works in communities across the country to create the opportunity for soldiers, veterans, and families, and encourages veterans to remain connected to the Army. Right now, all around the country, our soldiers for life and veterans from other services are teachers, educators, engineers, social workers, community leaders, first responders, and yes, they're elected officials. And no, don't make fun of my name of Jerry Brown. They continue to serve our community by making positive contributions, build stronger futures, and inspire our future generation. Each year, we set this day aside all across the country to celebrate and pay tribute to American veterans for their devotion, patriotism, selfless service, and sacrifice on behalf of us. Veterans, you have sacrificed everything on behalf of the citizens of the United States. Our nation veterans throughout the history keep us free, return home, and continue to serve our nation in a multitude of ways. Today, I, Colonel Jerry Brown, salute each and every one of you veterans. History of the coin, although it goes back to World War II, it even goes back further than that, where we used to have assassins that would go out and do their duty. and they could never be recognized. And some officers would receive medals that were not worthy of those medals. And the NCOs would go in at nighttime and clip the medal off the ribbon, right? And then the next day, give it to those secret assassins and show their thanks for the service that they have silently done. I thought that was so interesting. So Google that. It's really great. So this is my Congressional Coin. It's got blood and fire, the sword of the 63rd. On the side of it has all of the battles that we have served for the 63rd. And on the back, it has my rank, my name, and it has the Capitol, and it has the State Building. So, especially with your family history. I want to thank you for what you do for the city of Henderson and bringing together these veterans. And veterans, I hope I can speak on your behalf with this coin. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tim Buchanan, get down here, sir. So I like to think that this is all possible because of Tim Buchanan, one of the most genuine, honest, all Army values he embodies. He really does. And he bought lunch. Sir, I could not think when I was getting my coins together, I was like, I've got to give the mayor one, and I'm not going to leave until I give Tim one. Tim, thank you for your support to the veterans. Thank you for your support and merit to the men and women on the active duty that serve all branches of service, even the Coast Guard. And I want to give one more coin out. He doesn't know I'm going to give the coin out. Sir, can you come on down? Yeah. I'm looking right at you. Dan Peterson, come on down. There we go. Boy, you got bigger applause than I did. I think I found your next guest speaker. So, interesting being in the Bay Area. I contacted Dan, and after my meeting with Tim Buchanan and some elected officials at the Sloan Reserve Center, talking about some great things that we can do for that facility, I went to the Purple Heart Wall, and I thought, what could I do to help contribute to that? And I took some ideas back to, at the time, is Major General Sunday, who just retired, and now it's Major General Davis, and that was yesterday. So yesterday was a long day. It was a great day. But sir, you've been more than helpful to get our coins embedded into those bricks. I thank you for your patience, working from California and trying to get this done here, and Henderson can be a little taxing, but I want to give you my coin in appreciation for that. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your support. And thank you, veterans. Have an awesome day.
Let's give him a stand. Before we move on to the next segment, which is one of my favorites, I understand that our municipal court judge, Judge Stevens, is here, so he's also a military veteran. Thank you.
Oh, that's okay.
So this is one of my favorite parts of the whole ceremony too. We're fortunate to have with us once again the marvelous Henderson Symphony Orchestra under the direction of conductor and music director Jeff Newman. I'll now turn it over to the orchestra for their exclusive musical tribute to our veterans and our armed forces. And we invite you, and those of you who have served or are currently serving, to please stand as your song is being played for your military branch that's being represented. Jeff? each of you and your branches being represented here. We're just so grateful. Thank you so much, Maestro, for that wonderful performance. On solemn occasions like this, we both recognize and remember our service members from Henderson for their sacrifice and devotion to the enduring principles of freedom. This year, we'll be adding 20 names to the Veterans Memorial Wall, which is up above, and we'll be going up there shortly. Some of you are with us today, and some live only on in our memories. Each of these names has a unique story of service and a special connection to our community, like Milton Bud Sant. Bud enlisted in the Army. Bud enlisted in the Army at the age of 17 and trained with the 82nd Airborne Paratrooper Division. He fought in the Korean War and was honorably discharged in 1954. Corporal Sant then went on to serve our community, first as a motorcycle officer in Henderson Police Department, then a municipal judge, and then for 20 years as a Henderson Deputy Constable. He passed away in 2014, but his daughter Allison joins us today. Allison, would you please stand? Thank you. We're also pleased to have Carlos Silva Sr. with us today, a graduate of Basic High School, class of 1986. Sergeant Silva served in the Persian Gulf War and also served in protection of the East-West German border. He was serving with the 2nd Armored Cavalry Squadron in November of 1989 on that day when the wall came down. He received a number of awards, including the Army Commendation Medal and one that means the most to him, the Humanitarian Service Medal. We're proud to add the names of Bud Sant, Carlos Silva Sr., and 18 other veterans to the wall this year. We welcome the honorees and their families who have joined us today. At this time, I'd like to invite representatives from Liberty High School Junior Air Force Junior ROTC program up to read the names of all those who were added to our Veterans Memorial Wall this year. After the reading of the names, echo taps will be played in honor of those who have passed. I'll now turn the microphone over to Liberty High School Air Force Junior ROTC for the reading of the names.
John L. Barrett. Wesley K. Duncan. Milton Bud Sant. Sean N. Vio. Jonathan N. Conrad. Gregory D. Darlington. Robert J. Faulkner. Kyle S. Geller. Gary M. Giddens. Shory B. Lewis. Ryan A. Morrison. Antoinette L. Navarro. Joseph J. Temple. Michael D. Van Dyke. Stephen T. Willison. Donald C. Long. Carlos H. Silva Sr. Albert L. Vassar. Aline M. Vassar. Gary S. Walcott.
Thanks to Colonel Arthur Chin and the Liberty High School Junior ROTC. Veterans Day ceremony, and I'd like to invite the families of those names that were added to the wall today and everyone else in attendance to join Councilwoman Romero, Councilman Stewart, and myself as we escort the official City of Henderson wreath up to the walk behind us to the wall, where it will be placed in honor of our nation's veterans. Thank you all for attending this event today and for supporting our most deserving veterans. Thank you.
That makes a difference,
Very nice to meet Thank you
Hey, how are you? I'm doing well. Good to see you. All right, can't complain. I think we met. It's Eric Lundy. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Veterans Day means a lot to me. I would tell you a story, and maybe I would definitely tell you to you at another time. Aaron's here, and every time he hears a certain name or a certain word, he tends to get a little emotional, and trying to keep him definitely from not doing that today. However, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. You can take it one step further and ring that notification bell to keep you up to date on all the future events that will be going on our channel. Very emotional here today, that is for sure. So, man, just a lot of remembrance here today. And so we want to thank all of the veterans. If you have served, we want to thank you here at the Top Vloggers. For Aaron, I am High and Mighty Joe. Until next time.
Out.